Mirza Ghulam Qadiani has told us that when you respond to the Christians, don't forget that on this side Prophet Muhammad and on the other side Prophet Isa. Is implementing or breaching?
He's implementing the rule.
Okay.
So he's not going against the rule.
So we are showing step by step, one by one, that he himself broke all these 8 principles. Every single one of those principles was broken by Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani when he was addressing the Christians and Muslims.
I'm Ahmadi by birth. I don't understand Urdu. I know a little bit of Arabic because I will read the Quran every day, but I'm not a scholar. So I'm a layman Ahmadi. So I've done a lot of comparative religion. I've studied Baha'ism, Mormon, what I call Mormonism. When I looked at that, I read the Book of Mormon. When I studied Baha'ism and I was debating with Baha'is, I read Kitabul Aqdas, I read Al-Bab, etc. So I always go and try and find out what the others believe. I think to address someone, you don't go to the people who oppose them to understand the views of your opponents. You want to learn the Christians, you ask the Christians. I had debates with Jay Smith at Speaker's Corner, and from the videos, he's espousing the same arguments as he was doing 20 years ago. The opponents of Islam are giving the same arguments that were given in the Middle Ages. You know, all the slurs and misrepresentations, the personal attacks against the character of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, Hazrat Aisha radiallahu anha. What the Shia are saying against the righteous Khalifa, that hasn't changed. It's just repackaged. So in many ways, the discussion between the Ahmadis and the Sunni Muslims and the Shia Muslims who don't accept the Ahmadi have been going on for the past 100 years. So even the personal attacks. And just to make it clear, let me put forward my understanding of your objection to the Ahmadiyya in Islam's claims. From what I've been listening to in the past streams,
one thing, Brother Shafiq, brother. One thing, brother, we appreciate you our guest, okay, but there is a decorum on this stream which cannot be broken for anyone regardless of who the person is. It will be only topics on the discussion. That's it. So we will not let you say anything. The reason is very simple, because if you will say something, we will be obviously required to respond, and this back and forth will take us to a different discussion. And we want.
I'm just introducing myself. Sorry.
That's it. Now let's come to the topic, please.
Okay. So I'm willing to give the layperson's perspective of all the issues.
We'll give you 2 minutes. We give you 2 minutes, inshallah. If you need, we can give you further time as well, no problem. But we want you to tell us something on the topic.
Okay.
First of all, are you clear on the topic of today? Is Mirza's 8 rules on Ilzami Jawab and how Mirza broke them, and we presented evidence in this regard. You're clear on that, right?
I'm clear on that, but first of all, I have to declare my contribution, because Ilzami Jawab, if I'm honest, is a term I didn't know until I started watching these streams. I understood the concept, but as a term, I wasn't aware. I don't understand Urdu, so Brother Imtiaz has read much more about Mirza Ghulam Ahmad's writing in the original than I have, because I don't understand Urdu. I understand the points that are raised against Ahmadiyyat, and I understand your perspective that effectively you're addressing the character of the promised Messiah alayhi salam, as we believe.
No.
His actions.
No. Basically,
not tonight.
Today we are discussing is inconsistency, and that is.
I'm calling that an action.
That is, for example, today we are discussing one aspect of his inconsistency. And what is it? That he gave us principles that how you can put forward an accusative answer, Ilzami Jawab. But then we gave example to the people that when he was actually formulating his Ilzami Jawab or accusative answer, he did not abide by those principles. And Mirza Ghulam Qadiani himself has told us today as well that for a mentor, for an ethical teacher, he must abide by the teachings he is telling to the others. So we are only asking for consistency. Now, for the sake of better understanding, let me phrase my question and we'll let you give the answer so we can see what you want to say. So basically, first of all, are you clear now that what should be observed as a Muslim when giving an Ilzami jawab. Are you clear now?
Yes, yes.
Those 8
Okay.
principles. Did
Yeah.
you pay attention to those 8?
To be honest, that bit I didn't get. Can we just run through the 8 principles
Okay, no
briefly?
problem.
Okay.
Let me share the screen
Yes.
so you can,
That's
so we can all be on the same page.
yes. Briefly, just
So,
explain the 8 principles.
it,
We have everything referenced. Everything
yeah,
is referenced from Mirza
yeah.
Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani, and these are the 8 principles.
So
Okay, and
basically,
number one is
brother
fine.
Shafiq, by the first principle is that Muslims should understand that when they are giving ilzami jawab to the Christians, they should not forget that they are talking about a prophet of Allah. Mirza Ghulam Qadiani has told us that when you respond to the Christians, don't forget that on this side Prophet Muhammad and on the other side Prophet Isa. So Mirza Ghulam admitted there's no such thing as fictitious person. On the both sides, we have two prophets. And then principle number 2 he gave us, and you are more than welcome to ask me proof for any one of them. Okay. He said
That's
that
fine.
in Islam, we must believe in all prophets and we must not show any disrespect towards any one of them. And then number 3, it is kufr to disrespect a prophet of Allah even in an indirect manner of ilzami jawab. And number 4, even in ilzami jawab, don't forget the mannerism of Islam and manifest at least some level of right intention. So don't go basically overboard. Number 5, it is better to have sabr instead of reacting against these rude missionaries. And then number 6, he said that a person will be a jahil, a person will be an ignorant person if he is using harsh language to give ilzami jawab when people are insulting Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then number 7 principle he gave that you will be uncivilized and going against the teaching of the Quran if you will give a harsh answer to a Christian missionary when giving ilzami jawab. And then principle number 8.
This all relates to the Prophet Jesus, by the way.
Yes, yes, yes,
All of this relates to Prophet Jesus. You cannot
exactly.
insult him indirectly. You cannot use harsh language. You can't be insulting. And even when missionaries are probing you and poking, you have to be patient rather than using harsh and evil language against Isa alayhi salam, even in accusative answer, even when you are giving ilzami jawab. Yes, this is the point.
And then,
Yes.
yeah, then number 8, very important, ilzami jawab to the Christians must be from the Bible. You cannot fabricate something just simply to attack the Christian missionaries. Now, I have mentioned 8 principles, brother Shafiq. You are
Can I
more
ask
than
a
welcome.
clarification? Yeah.
Yeah, he wants
Sorry,
to ask.
just 1 second.
Um,
Okay, yes, please.
no, just a clarification. I'm an Ahmadi. I've not heard of having 8 rules. Can you just clarify whether this is Brother Imtiaz's summary, and he's extracted 8 rules, if you like, and this is
Okay.
not
Yes.
from the
In
Jamaat.
in the beginning of the stream, Brother Imtiaz
Yeah.
read directly from Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani. All of
So
these
it's
8
Brother
rules.
Imtiaz's summary, if you like.
No,
No,
not
no, no.
summary.
These
Not
are
summary.
Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani's words put down in the English
Yes. No, I
language. These are
understand.
his words. These principles are devised,
No.
yeah, are
Yeah.
by Mirza
Shafiq
Ghulam
And
bhai,
I'm
Ahmad.
happy to agree without
Shafiq bhai,
references that all
yeah,
of these were taught by the promised Messiah. So this is fine.
Shafiq bhai, just to make it more concrete and more fruitful discussion, if you ask me that for any of the 8 principles, show me the actual text, I will do that.
Yeah,
No, I'm happy to accept that. They're fine. I'm
no
happy to
problem.
accept they're fine.
Now
There's
our
nothing
We
question
have
will
there
already
be,
done
that
that.
I have a
In the
doubt about.
beginning of the stream, you can
Okay.
rewind afterwards and go through all the
No, that's
quotes.
fine.
Imtiaz. Yeah.
and now
Also,
our
No.
yeah.
and
Go on.
now our question will be, brother, that I want you basically to tell us that in one ilzami jawab, as example, I'm going to put on the screen now, and I will ask you that did Mirza Ghulam Qadiani implemented the principles he himself has told us? And by the way, there are more, but I just wanted to limit
One
myself.
second. Imtiaz bhai, 1 second, slow down. You see this? No. These Urdu quotes, Shafiq bhai,
Yep, that's
these
fine.
Urdu quotes are directly taken from Mirza's writings. So we are showing step by step, one by one, that he himself broke all these 8 principles. Every single one of those principles was broken by Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani when he was addressing the Christians and Muslims. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I give you,
in this, yeah.
Adnan bhai, we can give one example to Shafiq bhai. Shafiq bhai, this is one example on the screen right now. It is the English translation of one ilzami jawab Mirza was giving. We
Yeah.
let you read it and we let you explain for us, did he abide by the principle?
Well, obviously, no, Brother Imtiaz, I think the way that you've presented it, the eight principles, which each of them, I have no doubt that it's a correct extract from the writings of the Promised Messiah. We are taught as Ahmadis, we have to respect all prophets of Allah, etc. So this quote, I think I've seen it from the previous streams as well, and I've read about it. Yes, this, if you take it in its literally, does it and if you take this to mean that the Prophet, Promised Messiah alayhi salam was speaking about Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, then it is against the rules. I agree with you,
Just
but
one
I
point,
think,
just one point, brother.
yeah.
Just one point.
But I
No,
will.
we
Can
are
I
not.
give you the Ahmadi viewpoint?
No, just one second, brother. In this quotation, I am not saying that is he talking about the Christian Jesus or Muslim. No, that's not a
Yeah.
discussion. Discussion is he formulated an ilzami jawab. That's it. Okay. I am not
Yes,
saying that is it about Prophet Isa or is it about the
I
biblical Jesus.
understand.
That's not the
I
question.
understand.
My question is language that has been used. Mirza said if you use, he said that if you are responding to a Christian missionary and
Mm-hmm.
your language is not appropriate, if it
Yeah.
goes beyond limits, if it is harsh language, you are jahil, you are uncivilized, you go against the teachings of the Quran. So let's
If
stick
it
with
is
these
harsh,
two
I
points.
agree. I
Now
agree.
let's stick with these 3 points because in these 3 points, there's no discussion about a prophet, by the way. In these 3 points, the discussion is how the language should be when you
Yeah.
articulate your argument, be it ilzami jawab in this case. So my
Okay.
question to you is, in this articulation, has Mirza Ghulam implemented these 3 principles? Number one, is
Mm-hmm.
the wording appropriate? Number two, is he crossing or not crossing the limit? And number three, in this one, is he following the mannerism of Islam?
Okay, this quote, I don't see him breaching any of the eight rules. And if you like, I can explain.
No, breaching, you said you are is implementing or breaching?
He's implementing the
Okay,
rules, so he's
okay,
not going against the rules in
okay,
this way.
let me, okay, let's
In my
begin.
interpretation.
That's fine. Let's go one by one. So
Okay.
in this quotation, how would you say that the rule, and the rule was that when you articulate your response, do not go overboard in terms of using inappropriate words. How would
Yes.
you say that in this quotation this is implemented? Please explain.
Okay.
Just this one.
Okay, I'm giving my personal interpretation. All of the aspects that are being talked about touch on what is in the Bible, what the Bible says about Jesus. Alayhi salam.
This is not
So,
in the
So
Bible.
so brother, this is
no, no,
brother.
it is, it
Farman,
is. Or in my
Farman,
understanding,
Shafiq,
touching. If I can just give my perspective, and you can
no,
correct me.
brother speak, we
Yeah.
are not following either point. My point, brother
Okay.
speak, please pay attention. My point is
Yeah.
this. We are conceding for the sake of argument. The Mirza
Yeah.
Ghulam is giving ilzami jawab. Mirza Ghulam is bringing things to the Christians from their sources. Even though, as Marwan was going to point out, I can debate that, but no, for I want to make it simple for now.
But
Okay,
is the
so please,
language inappropriate?
no,
This
no,
is what
no.
I'm
Please,
addressing.
no. So please, Shfiq, do not, avoid the actual question. The question is,
Okay.
I have conceded to further our discussion for sake of
Yeah.
argument. It is ilzami jawab. He
Yeah.
is talking to a Christian. He is
Yeah.
talking from their source, from the biblical sources, and he is
Yeah.
talking about the biblical Jesus. All of that
Yeah.
I have conceded for sake of argument. I
Yes.
only want you to help me to understand one principle, just one. Is language appropriate?
As I'm reading it in English, I think the language is appropriate. He's not using the word drunkard. He's not saying he was having,
Can you read it? No,
ecstasy.
no,
Yes.
first
Okay.
read
Let
it.
me read it. Let me read it.
Okay.
Young age. This is in the
Who,
Quran. This is in the
whose age?
Bible.
Whose age?
The
Whose age?
Jesus's
Okay.
age, as the Quran,
Okay.
Hazrat Isa. But
Okay.
this is the Jesus of the Bible. So the narrative in the Bible.
My brother,
Habit
wait.
of
Brother, speak,
yes.
please, brother, please don't mind. I'm interrupting you. Forgive me
No,
for
no,
that one. Please, brother, do not again open the same. I am saying that
no, no,
this is
no,
not. No, no, wait. This is not a discussion that is it in the Bible or not.
no,
Is
no.
it? The discussion is only one point: appropriation of language.
Okay,
That's it.
okay. Young. I do not see anything wrong with young. Habit of drinking alcohol. Again, This is a description. I do not see anything wrong. It is not accusating. It is stating what is in them. He was single, yes. A beautiful prostitute woman is lying in front of him. So this is the description of a prostitute woman. Whether she's beautiful, I can't remember, but this may be a deduction. Beautiful is not an offensive word. Prostitute is a word that is a description of the lady. Touching her body with his is factual, what is in the Bible. Not, we don't believe it happened. We as Ahmadis don't believe it happened. But is it inappropriate language? No, this is ilzami jawab. Is this the conduct of a pious man? So this is a question, so not inappropriate. What is the evidence that Jesus didn't have sexual excitement? This may be inappropriate in your view, but I think in the context, he's asking the question, when touched by this prostitute. So sexual excitement, I don't know what the word in Urdu is, whether it's gross or whatever, but in the context, he is asking the question. This is ilzami jawab. How sad that it was not possible for that Jesus, as he was single, to have intercourse with one of his wives, which I think is ilzami jawab. He's saying that he wasn't married after gazing at this transgressor. So for me, I do not see any word which is inappropriate in this argument.
Okay,
But
Shafiq,
correct
thank
me
you.
if I'm wrong.
Okay, no, that's fine,
Correct
that's
me.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Shafiq, thank you very much. You came and you interacted, and if this quotation is absolutely fine for you, I don't think that we need to have any discussion, because it means that we are having completely different moral, ethical principle and values, and obviously, when two
This is
people
not
are
Isa of the Quran.
brother, wait,
Yeah.
wait. When two people are having, for example, if two people want to discuss mathematics, okay,
Yeah.
and one believes that 1 plus 1 is always 2, okay,
Yeah.
in a normal circumstances, okay,
I'm a
and the other
mathematician.
and the other person says 1 plus 1 can be 0, can be 2, can be 3, can be 4. I would
Okay.
say that both of them should respect each other's time and should not go any further in the discussion.
Okay.
So if for no, no, wait. If for you this quotation is absolutely fine, and Mirza Ghulam did not use in any inappropriate language, so I don't want to discuss any further. Thank you very much. You can go. Ji Marwan bhai.
Imtiaz, I think by cutting him off, you did a very good job.
Marwan bhai, I know that he wanted to play smart, by being very calm and collective. No matter, brother, how much thick skin I have, but I would say, my beloved brother Marwan, and to all the viewers, if this passage is okay for anybody, it means that we are living in completely two different worlds. I don't want to waste my time and his time, because look, one of the intention they have is just to muddy the waters, just to through 10, 20 different 30 different doubts, etc. The point was, I was trying to again, Marwan bhai, as you said that they have problem in a philosophical understanding and discussion. I was again and again telling him that right now it's not discussion if it's Islami Jawab or not, or if it's in the Bible or not, is it which Jesus, fictitious, biblical, Islamical. The only discussion is one point: is the language appropriate? And he was saying yes, it is appropriate. Even when he read this one, okay, and Mirza Ghulam Maazallah is saying that he is asking a rhetorical question, and again, this is a problem, they don't understand the rhetoric because they don't read literature. When somebody is asking a rhetorical question, at that time he is not asking your question, he is basically implying something and letting you think and reflect and to come to the same conclusion by yourself which he came with.
Exactly.
Obviously their defense of, at the end of the day, we are here, we are inviting them to come and defend. But Akhi Marwan, people need to understand this, that when it comes to defending something, if your interlocutor is not even able to understand what needs to be addressed, even though you are pointing out again and again, now there are two possibilities: either he is not coming to that level of understanding willingly, which is dishonesty, or he is literally not able to connect. Then in both cases there's no point to waste people's time, because this is what's been happening in the past, and the streams went to 7, 8, 9 hours. Why? Because one particular point without being addressed was wasting 2 hours, 3 hours for the people's time. Inshallah, from now onward we are going, obviously I said in the start already, if it will be a fruitful discussion, if people are getting some understanding of both sides point of view, inshallah I have no problem to go for 10 hours, not a problem at all.